Hey guys, it's Diana. I'm on about 5 minutes early. I got all kinds of projects going on here, so I'm going to have you watch me finish this little birdhouse. Oh, wait a minute, there's something I thought it was neat. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do today. So I'm just going to set that there for a minute. Now this is my little, isn't it cute? This is a bead. And I'm going to give you a template for it. You don't have to use the bead. I just happen to have these beads I wanted to use. But here's the template. Now, I did it right here in the square paper, but this is the size of these ornaments. These ornaments, these plain wood, are pretty standard. I found a whole box of these wood Christmas trees, snowmen, and last year I was giving them out. I got a lot of them. You're going to be getting some of these in your Happy Mail, okay? And I also did an angel. And I made a template for her. Where is it? One of these is a template. Which one's a template? One of these is a template. This one is a template. Now, I put those over in the Artsy Rose group just about 3 minutes ago. So you'll be able to download them and work on them. So in the meantime, I'm going to show you what I did, but I'm also working on this birdhouse. Little palette knife. I'm going to do like Christmas greenery and berries and stuff on the top. And this could actually be done without a palette knife. But I started it with, I just kind of penciled it in. Well, what it was is, this is one of those, is I got stuff on it. You know, when you have a studio and things are kind of, well, these are so small, they always get marked up unless I'd like put them somewhere. So I just started doing this and I thought it came out cute. So you can kind of watch me palette knife. This won't take long. Then we'll start these other things. And remember that we're going to have winners at the end of the month, end of November, in the group. Any kind of Thanksgiving types of pumpkins. I put a whole list in there. It should be in the featured area. Hey, Sharon. It should be up in the featured area at the top. It's usually what's going on this month. If not, you can just scroll through, but it shouldn't be too far down in the scroll. Let me just make sure you guys are up here. Am I up here? I gotta refresh it. These are different. There I am. So, you'll see them. Oh, there's one of my new paintings for my group. You guys can see that. Oh, you can't do that because you're not in the group. Sharon's in the group. I got a couple cute ones I'm working on, Sharon. Oh, this one. It's so cute. And the other one's kind of a landscape. You have to see it. So that's next on the table. I got them started this morning. Sometimes, you know, finding the ideas takes me longer than doing the painting, believe it or not. So, just telling you. Next, let me turn this around. Okay. Got my funky glasses on. I couldn't find them. I broke my red pair. I need a screw for it. That's the second pair I had. I ain't buying no more glasses off Amazon. This pair I got from that Vogue Glam. I paid a little bit more for them, but boy, they're solid. I'm not thrilled about them, but they're okay. All right, so there we got this way. There's a delay in this, so sometimes I get a little screwed up when I'm trying to center this. There you go. So I just did like a red and a pink and a white and a little blue around the background. And with a brush. And I had just penciled this in. And I'm just going to kind of start palette knife on some color. Some black. So yeah, the templates are there to do these. I also did some other interesting little things. One of them is, you know, you got these little, you can do this with your ATC cards. I took that, I'm going to sand that off, wrapping paper. And I just did one white line, then put in the stuff for a candle. Then you could do your ATC, you know, thing on the back. I don't know if you know what those are, Sharon, but in the guide section, there's these little things in the back you can put on those, saying who they were from, when you did them, what you did, what you used. But they could also be used on, I have some that I use on work that I sell. Most of my work has it on the back. How much, when I did them, an additional signature, a business card, you know. want to darken this up a little bit. I'm going to put some like greenery here in a second. Yeah, getting dark early, boy. It's like a little after 4. It's what's around 4, right? It's getting, you can tell it's getting dark. A little depressing. What did they say? 6 months of depression. I already started my vitamin D. Every year I take it. Every year I take it. Just like, I'm just gonna kind of do some greenery here. And then I also take vitamin C. Cold and vitamin D, you know, is good too for that, for colds and stuff. It's a little too bright. I'm gonna dull this green down a little bit. Been dying to do these things. I got them all on my phone. I come up with ideas, and or I'm in my books, or then it's like, okay, I gotta do them. I need to tone this down. I need my yellow ochre. Where is it? I use that a lot if I want something to look antique-y. All you need is like just a smidgen. Not too much, you totally change the color, but just enough to kind of make the color look a little duller, not quite so green. Makes too much though, you have a yellow green, you don't want that. Well, you know, it depends. But, you know. Just doing this for right now. In a few minutes we'll start our ornaments. Then, of course, the ATC group, I think a couple more are out. Anybody sends me one. I don't have that many, so, you know, don't be afraid to send one if you want. Doesn't necessarily have to be one of those little cards. It could just be a regular card. Christmas time, I usually get, like, just Christmas cards. So, anything like that. And as long as it's here by the 30th, you go in for a prize. Now, if it's just a couple people, you usually both get something. But I will send you a card if you send me a card, anyways, either way. So, and I send a lot of stuff that I'm doing here is going to be in the cards. These are not heavy at all. So, a lot of stuff you're seeing here. Mix this together. Make sure it's a little balanced here. I don't like it too balanced. I like a little crazy. A little crazy. Yeah, just like I do like the triangle thing. If you guys know what that composition is, very popular. It's like you do a triangle, which I think there's a discussion somewhere in the membership sharing about that. All right, now I want some little red berries in it. Bring this up a little bit. See how I drift? I drift. I got to push it up. Who's on here? I think it's just you right now, Sharon. Where am I? There I am. So I'm just going to kind of dot on a few reds. Just little holly berries. I'll put them in little groups of 3 here. I'll dull them out a little bit too, I think. A little bit. This would make a great little gift too, you know. These little canvases are awesome. I mean, you get 9 in a pack, and they do run sales on this stuff. When they have once a year, I think it's like after Christmas. I don't remember now, but it's once a year. I usually tell everybody, I'll post it on here. They do 70% off the better canvas at Michael's, and it's a good deal. I get my big canvases. I plan on always buying them just when they're on sale, and I'll stock up, you know. Got to get there fast, though, because they go fast. And I get the gallery wrapped, which is what this is called, so you don't have to use a frame, and the bigger sizes. And you get, like, your funky sizes like this, and your, you know, I use a lot of, like, all different ones, but they usually are not the standard 5-packs. Oh, yellow one here too. Yeah, I seen one similar to this on Pinterest, so I was like, you know something, I'm gonna do it. I love birdhouses. I had a little collection going. I had my little garden. Well, I say little, but it was a good size. It's just that my whole yard was garden. My husband said we used to say, my garden was worth more than my house. It kind of was true. Gardening can get quite expensive. That's the truth. But you know something? I love it. I already got stuff started here. I already got some things started. I bought this beautiful rose bush. It's doing great. I got a climber. And I deliberately put it up next to the front door because you can smell it when you come in and out in the summertime. That's the plan anyways. I mean, it smells so good. I put it in the window. I had a few blooms on it. And it just won't stop blooming, really. And it smells so good. Well, there's supposed to be like a little perch here. Little perch. Kind of thick. Let's kind of thin it out. Thin it out. Too much paint on there. Scratch it. Scratch it. I don't worry about being perfect because it's supposed to be impressionistic, so that's the way I paint. Oops, I missed. Alright, this is looking pretty good. I kind of want to make it look like it's a little deeper, so let's put a little highlight there. Like that. Almost done. I just want to kind of let you guys watch and see what I'm doing. Good way to learn is to watch. I mean, even when I did hair, still watch haircuts. I love watching the barbers. You know, for a long time, I did hair a long time. A lot of the barbers, I had a barber shop. They went out of business, and a lot of them didn't want to do women. So the ones that did and stuck it out, they did okay, you know. But they didn't want to do it. Then I had guys I barbered. I got my barber's license in Charleston, South Carolina. And they didn't want to go to a woman. And it was always funny. I didn't know what was wrong. Then finally says, you know what it is, Diana? They've never been to a woman. So because this guy, he was a great client. He walked in, walked out. I'm like, well, that's strange, right? Well, it was really a big change for them, you know. It was a whole different world. So they finally, like, started, you know. I had taken this guy, he died of cancer. I took over. He was supposed to go in the hospital and get out when I came back up here. Well, he didn't. He didn't make it. He died of cancer. So I bought the shop off his wife, and so I got all these guys that didn't even know he was sick, you know. It was just like crazy. But it's just talking about weird, you know. Anyways, I love watching all these new men's cuts. I just love it. I have a couple of nephews worried about going bald, and I was teasing, well, not really teasing. I told them, you know, don't worry about it, because, you know, these days they tattoo their head. I think it's cool. And they, you know, they do all kinds of stuff to make it look better. You don't have to necessarily get a wig or anything. So what do you guys think? Can you see that? Can you see that? I don't know if you can see it. I'm drifting again. I'm drifting. Yes, that's pretty cool, right? Now I can do the size anything I want. I could do the whole thing in red. Or if you got enough patience, you could actually probably just go through and do some more birdhouses. Or maybe some little vines. That's what I'm thinking, doing like a red background. And then coming back and doing some Christmas vines, you know, the greenery. That way you get like a whole bunch of paintings. I'm not going to do that now, but I just wanted to show you that you could play around with these sides too. That's what's fun about these. I can come in and do some vines or greenery. I'm drifting again. I'm sorry. I'm drifting today. Let me see this? This way. It's good I can see over on this iPad. Did I get it up? Did I get it up? Come on, Diana. There's like a delay in here. I can't tell if I moved it up or not. Okay. I'm just going to do this side, then we're going to start our little ornaments. So then I could do white berries if I want to over here. Shoot, 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 shoot. I hate that when I can't. This delaying is such an irritating, so irritating. Well, you know, I haven't got a recording studio here, so it's kind of like, so I think you get the idea. You can have a little fun doing the sides too. We're going to let this dry over there, because I will touch it 8,000 times. I think that's cute. I'll mess it a little bit later. We're here to dry. Do you go online? I'll tell you, there's like 7,000 Michaels around here. We have a really nice we have a big artist community here at all the colleges, college and hospital town. And it's called the Art Store, and it's phenomenal. But the thing is with Michaels, every time I order the stuff, it takes forever. And it's like 10 minutes from my house. I don't like going in there, so you know I have problems with my legs right now. I'm getting some surgery, and it's easier for me just to call in and then go pick it up. And they come right out to the car, but this is great. Ever since the COVID thing, I love it. But yeah, I have ordered stuff, but if it's like something, I don't care how long it's going to take. But when I've got class coming up and I need 30, 40, 50 canvases, I've had times where they didn't have it in the store. So I had to go to 2 stores. So it all depends. But yeah, I ordered online too. All right, so let's do these little angels. Like I said, I made a little template for you guys. I think this is the template I made for you. Well, let's do this first. I thought he came out so cute. I took a bead. Now you don't have to use a bead. You can do it. I did the template without a bead. This is the size right here. This is pretty standard, but you could do that on a paper for a card. I don't know what the size this bead is. Let me look on the package. I don't think there's a size on it. Well, maybe. Wait a minute. 20 millimeter. This was a project that I never did. So, but you could use, if you got any kind of bead, you could use a stone, whatever you got. Doesn't matter. So I did originally, the first one I did in the middle. Don't do that. It looks better if you do it down towards the end. And then I just painted the nose red. You could do it before, but I don't know. I always do it after I get excited. And I use a Tuscan red. It's a really super, super bright red. Now, I did one lighter. You can do whatever color brown you want to do for the... I figured I did one like this because then if you guys, I'm going to do a card too, not a card. So I'm going to do an ATC with the angel. I'll show you how to do that. I thought the angel came out cute. It was a good idea. I told you, it takes me forever to come up with this stuff. Then I sit down and do it. Because it's kind of easy because I've been thinking about it. I'm just thinking. Now I'm sure like Denise, I know she paints. I think you do classes, Denise. She's probably thinking what she could do in her class now. Change it around, make it yours, right? That's what I do. Sometimes, you gotta watch other artists, and I go on Pinterest, and you're supposed to use stuff that is not yours, but sometimes I just need a little inspiration. Look how red that is. Pretty, huh? Now, I put a little highlight on it. You ain't gotta do that either. Now, I did that on a piece of wood. I did that angel this way. You're freehanded, though. It's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, you just make a lot of bumps, a big circle in the middle, and then make a big star, It's wood. But you could do that for just a shelf cleaner. All right, so now I'm going to get a little bigger brush, not too big, a little flat one. And I'm going to make myself a brown. I think I used that chocolate brown, and I have this burgundy. Did I use the burgundy, or did I use I don't remember what I used. I'm going to use this red spice, and I have a burgundy here somewhere. I guess it just this nice little red tinge to it. I'm trying to use what I have, because God knows I have enough paint. I'm down to some weird colors, though, so I see it in my future. I need to go, like, after Christmas. I went to Hobby Lobby. I went there one year after Christmas. I bought, like, $30 in paint. I mean, I literally had just, like, a whole thing full. And I still had a lot of it. But, they don't carry the Deco Art, and I guess some of them are, like, my favorite, so. But like I said, I get 50% off, so once a month. But, unless I got a big paint party, I usually got enough paint I can do a bunch of stuff. Then my other paints, I get them down the paint store. Not necessarily, even Michael's too. I get the thicker paints. Well, it doesn't want to come out, guys. Oh, it doesn't want to move. Let's forget another one. Well, it's probably over on the other side. Well, anyways, any kind of brown will do. I'm going to use this one because I got it out. This one is, what did I just tell you? This one is red spice. It's just like an orangey brown. I actually use, I'm making I'm also doing, gingerbreads are big. I can't really tell you, it's kind of a secret unless you're in my membership, but I am doing these really cool. You're going to love them, Sharon. You got to use the long canvases, though. Gingerbread. You'll see. But I'm making one out of cardboard. I have an antique desk, and you can't really glue or tape or anything to it because it's my grandmother's piano bench desk. I don't know if you guys ever heard of such a thing, but I never had. But, I didn't know it was called until I got it. I had to look it up. But, it's kind of beat up. I've had it a long time, but it has some value. But I got it because it's my grandma's. But I want to put something in the front of it, but I could, just weight it down. The cardboard's not heavy. And I'm doing little gingerbread houses, and then I got these, I found these wood snowflakes. They were kind of like they all hung together. I took them all apart. And I'm going to use this in desert sand. Get a light gingerbread. All right, so this is on. I get some hair in here or something. Let this dry a second. Now you're going to draw this in with a template. You know what I mean? You're going to use a little piece of copy paper. And you would do that before you put the ball on, guys. Just remember. And I got some gold. I'm going to brush the gold on this part right here. All right. Let's see. About dry. I'm just going to blow on it. I think I missed a part. It's all right. And then I'm going to do, I need more white. And you guys going to be sending out any cards to me? Or and you guys doing the challenge, the monthly challenge? There was a list there. I'm looking up right now. Can I find it? There's a list in there of things you could do, but anything fall related counts. All right, so I'm just going to go right ahead and make a couple of these guys. Same thing, you can do these with Posca pens. I got Posca pens on my Christmas list. When did they get so expensive? Do you see the price of Posca pens? Oh my God. I bought some generic ones during like, and they're pretty good. Oh, one of the Amazon Prime sales. But I haven't seen them since. They're pretty good though. They're very similar. Just the price is a lot lower, but now it's like, oh my God. They get quite popular. I call them Pasco, but they're Posca. I'm going to make a little... Oh, this is still wet. I gotta let this dry a minute. Let it dry a minute. Now his nose is red, and all I did for the mouth was just make a little smirk. You don't even have to do a mouth. See, the first time I did this in the middle, and the mouth came out stupid. So this just, I think, if you do just like a O or something, I think this looks better. Where's my bow dryer? It's up to you though. This whole thing off. Are they? I have some of their pens. I have a bunch of pens. No, I haven't tried theirs though. Let's just say something about something's turned off, and I don't know. I keep getting messages. I don't know what they're talking about. iOS or something. Everything seems to be working. All right. Let's see if this is... My dog lays in here at night, so sometimes I sleep with a fan, so when the fan goes off, I know he's over on this side. He moves around a lot at night. I mean, he's up half the night like an old man. He's 15 years old. So this morning, I did a lot of stuff around the house. And I go to sit on my spot in the couch, and he's like, he won't wake up. And then I'm like, I wake him up, he looks at me, he lays back down. I'm like, oh, who do you think you are, mister? He's just like, he did not want, I said, well, you know, go to bed at night, mister. Oh my God. So funny. He was exhausted. He was up all night. I hear him monkeying around the house. You know. He used to go for, I don't take him really too much. My sister comes over, kids do. I take him around the yard, but I don't walk like I used to, so I swim or I just go around the yard, do gardening and housework. And he as old as he is, he needs to get out more. So my sister comes over, I go over there, or my daughter when she's here. You know, I kind of want to get a dog walker, but I need somebody local. We'll probably find somebody eventually. I have a kid, but he's across town, you know, it's just too far. Let me try it with the white. Does that look spooky? I don't know if I liked it or not. Anyways, if you want to do the cheeks, I just put white and red on my hand and made pink. And then I just did this bit. You gotta do it perfect. And I had a little white highlight on them too, but you don't have to do this either. Oops. Let's make a highlight here. Since I hit it anyways. I don't know if I liked it or not. It's okay. Then I had I bought pipe cleaners. Those hooks terrify me. I've gotten caught in my foot and everything. So I went and I bought some of this. Oh my God, guys, best thing ever. I wish I had gotten a white though, because you know, I just bought a pink tree with white flocking. It's very light. But once you get it on there, you really can't tell. So, but a lot easier. Oh my God, so easy. So I just went and I think this is a little long, maybe a little shorter. And I made just, you know, accordion or zigzag style here and kind of figured it out how I wanted it. Oh, maybe one more. And that's how you do it. Glue gun. Got it over here. Oh, don't tell me it's unplugged. What the heck? It is unplugged. Son of a gun. We'll give it a minute. And we'll start the angel. Then I have little ribbons too that I got in another. I think it came in. Actually, I think it came in when I got this kit. I bought of these, so something I was doing. So I just glue these on, but any ribbon will do. I just thought it looked cute, but I made like little bangs right here too. Oops, bangs. Made some little bangs. There you go. Cute, huh? Yeah, I've been decorating mostly. I've been through, oh God, I went through a lot of stuff. There's actually more in there. I found more dishes. I loved, I had a huge, like, I still got a lot. I think I'm going to sell some on Poshmark or something. I just like old plates and dishes and bowls and just, I found more. Yeah. Well, I liked, like, I love flea markets and stuff, so yeah, I don't need nothing. And I love baking dishes, you know, I like to bake, so yeah, a lot of that stuff. So I'm, you know, downsized a lot, and I still got too much junk. It took me like 2 weeks. Today I said, that's it. Whenever I get out of this room, I'm done. All right, so let me just kind of show you this. Then we'll start the, hey, Lori. And I'll put the ears on it. It's cute, right? Yeah. Yeah, isn't that snowman cute? Oh, my God. He's so cute. Or she's so cute. I'll put that on. I'll glue it on as soon as it's hot. Okay, there's a template for that in there. And then I put the template just like this in there. I just took a picture. Download it. Take your blue copy paper and copy it onto whatever you're doing. So here it is. I used ultramarine blue, and I put it on with a small brush, of course. I did it over here. And I kind of like went like this so you can get like a glow. Uh-oh, my green's in my blue here. It's kind of went down. So I kind of went like this. A little bigger brush, a little bigger. Just so like it looks like it's kind of coming down over the angel. Guys, remember I kind of did this with last year or 2 years ago. I did the manger scene. And this is how I kind of did the sky. I kind of make a line down the middle. Line down the middle. Then I do this. You want this pretty dark. I gotta fix this blue up because the green's getting in it. This is a really pretty dark blue. It's called ultramarine. It's a bright blue, but it's a dark blue. Anything, just match your colors up. I don't like worry about the colors so much. I just tell them what I'm using and then just match it up. I'm just making my strokes downward. And I'll come around and fill the angel in like this. I don't worry about the edges too much as I will come back. I'm going to kind of make some little swoops. Just kind of make sure all these strokes kind of come down. We're going to do some white and gold too. Kind of want to go behind her crown too. I kind of know this is there, so, you know, if you feel like you got to go around to do that, but I know it's there. If you know it's there, it works out better. Sometimes it's just a matter of figuring out where you're going to put everything. So even if you go over it, on a lighter shade, they might even show through. But a lot of times, if you just got it all figured out, you can go back. Or if you already got a picture done, you can just follow the picture. Yeah. Just making sure I stay in the camera here. think I made most of this white, so I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna just kind of take this in a little bit. So with a dirty brush, pick up some white. And then make a little dot like dead center right there. Not too much, just kind of while the paint's still wet, kind of. We're going to do gold over it, but this just gives you, you know, the illusion of it's glowing. Just a tiny bit of white, not much, but make sure you do it when it's wet. I got some palette knife wings I did too, and we might do that one day that I did with texturizing paste. But you could actually use white paint in some, which I haven't tried, and baking soda. Then you're going to need some gold paint. But I also get this Deco Art modeling paste. I've been monkeying around with stuff. This is not really expensive either, guys. But see, it's kind of thick. It's great for like making angel wings. You'll see, we're going to do it one afternoon in this group. All right, so now I'm going to take a little gold. Oh, so it's too wet. Wait a minute, it's too wet. All right, so dry this off, rinse it out. Go right into your white and start messing with these. I kind of do these little swoops like this. See what I'm doing? Like little C's. You see what I'm doing? It's great to do these. I like doing cards and stuff too, because like you get a chance to do all different types of things and not get into expense with constantly buying. You know, I like to save my, you know, my good canvas for, you know, big projects. But this is a good way to practice these little ornaments, cards, ATC. You get to do all kinds of stuff and, you know, use different brushes and try different techniques and, you know, like the palette knifing and the texturizing pastes and different things, you know, card stock, you know, all kinds of stuff. So you see, I got these little swoops now. It looks more like a practice your strokes too, you know. It's a good way to learn like a lot because you can do all kinds of stuff without having, you know, the big canvases. And nothing wrong with wasting canvas because God knows I'm good at it. But I told you I usually, I palette knife over mine. If I mess it up, I don't care. Now, if it's something like I'm like kind of, you know, I donate a lot now because I got too much. I've been painting for 40 years, and I have paintings that are that old. A few got destroyed in the basement. They're my original ones, which sucked, but I kept them. So you're supposed to do that. Keep your old ones. I don't know. I found a few that I got after. It was all mud. It was raining. Oh, God. They hosed the whole house down. Oh. Well, anyways, save your old paintings. So I'm going to kind of make this really white right in here. So I'm going to, I picked up some paint, but that's okay. So I'm going to kind of come in here and fill this in a little bit. Take that blue and fill that in a little bit. We're going to make a crown right here. Okay, we're going to let this dry a little bit too. So there you got yourself some wings. Now for the face, I just did that red I used on the nose with some white. I made myself a pink. A lot of white. A lot of white. A little bit of red. And I just made a circle. Oop, need a little more redder than that. A little pinker. A little more red in there. Make your circle. You're going to have your template, so you ain't got to worry about freehanding. All right. Take a little white and kind of fix this up a little bit right here. Anybody started any Christmas shopping? I've been decorating and I had to buy a few things to make cookies with. And I'm going to my daughter's, but I had to get some stuff for that. But I'm not making much. She's telling me all the stuff she's cooking. I used to do all that. I can't do it. Oh, I'm bringing the cranberry sauce, one of those Costco pies, that I'm going to make stuffed eggs and cranberry relish. So that's not a lot. But she's making like a ton of stuff because she's got a house full coming, I think, from the sounds of it. Be fun. I'm just kind of plopping some gold in here. So I did same thing. I'm just clapping it on pretty thick on the end of my brush. Pretty thick. I tend to paint thick now. I don't know if it's because someone said I paint painterly, which I had never heard that. Now you hear it all over. It's just I don't know, maybe I picked it up from the palette knife thing. I'm not sure. I tend to like a little thick, like texture and pieces you can see. It's just, I think it's just me. But I always tend to do this like chunky stuff. Alright, so let that dry a second because I won't be able to get no face or nothing on it. So let me go back to get his ears on. Where'd he go? I kind of like that color. Let's see if it's hot yet. Oh yeah, it's hot. Alright, so let's kind of do this in the middle. Like that. Kind of make them funky. You know, do this right here. Don't burn your fingers. And I just did. That's a wonderful feeling. I bought those little pink things you put on your fingers, but I don't use the glue enough and I lose them. So I don't bother. You could also like put a little piece of paper on there right over top of it. You get the same effect. Didn't make these as long, but that's okay. And then, where'd my little bow go? This little bow, I don't know what I got these in something. I don't remember. But you can make your own. This way, I think. Yeah. Or you can just leave his bangs out. Or her bangs out. There you go. Isn't she cute? Got a girlfriend. Alright. Yeah, so let that dry a little bit. I took an ATC that I already did on this side. Oh, I need to glue this. And I just glued a piece of white paper to it. This is a playing card. But you don't have to do a playing card. I think it's 3.5 by 5 inches. Actually, I think Barb wrote it in here in our group what the size is. So, because I had a hard time. I just wanted to get some dollar store playing cards because I started doing this, didn't realize people were doing that. Let's just say play, just share cards. I thought this is a brilliant idea, and then I know other people. Well, I didn't know they were doing these literally little playing cards. It's not right. Yeah, it's 2.5 by 3.5. You can just cut these out literally if you want to do the size. It's nice about the size only because you can do like 3 of these in an envelope and you only gotta use 1 stamp. FYI, you can do just 1 too, but I did it on I had done these a couple weeks ago, so I mean I gave out a bunch of artwork this time, these little ones, because I got a ton. I went and I have it all in this thing. I knocked it over, and I'm like, oh crap, there's a lot here. And I have this thing I couldn't even open the top 2 drawers. So you guys are gonna be getting a lot of that stuff, more than a couple. I put them in the big envelopes. I hate. Did you? Did you order some stuff? Yeah, I know my daughter wants this one big thing. I'm gonna get it for her. I don't want to say because she comes out here, and sometimes I don't know what to get for the other ones because one lives in, Brooklyn. And she usually tells me what she wants for her and her husband and then my granddaughter. And I don't think they're coming up. So, she said she came up like last year and they missed all the traditional things that they do as a family. Well, I don't know when she's come down again. But anyways, so I just will get an order from them. And I'll just send it right from Amazon right to their house. And then The oldest one, she's got everything. She'll tell me what she wants. She likes fuzzy socks and lip balm. She loses them. I think I got socks of hers here and lip balm, so I always get her that. And they don't really need anything. And then the youngest one, like I said, she told me something she wanted. She gave me a little list. So, she's the youngest. She's going to be 38. So they already pretty much, are set. So, I mean, what do you do? I'm using this small brush here, but that's okay. I should have used a little bigger. But now you can really see the strokes, which is cool. So it's tough when you don't, know what to get them. And I usually give my dad a little money so he can get his fish dinner and lotto tickets. I mean, he actually had the nerve to say to me, I'd rather have cash. So, but he does like the Fish Cove or whatever, so, yeah. He's too fussy. It's like me. I have to have certain socks and certain that. I think when you get older, you only want certain things. So that's what I get him. And my sister, I usually get, she's tough too. She's a runner. She has cats. She rescues cats. And, run out of people. Everybody's dying. So then I had my grandchildren. And they would use stuff I don't even know nothing about. But I have a great idea for them this year. They're gonna love it. They're both driving now, so yeah. I know my daughter, we're gonna get AAA for them, but I think I'm gonna throw in some gas cards. How about that? Isn't that a good idea? Sure, they could use that. Maybe some food cards because I know where they eat. Basically, I'm doing the same thing, guys, that I did before. Same thing. I'm just doing it now on a piece of paper and the playing card. So I think that's going to be for them. Yeah, and make lots of cookies. They love my cookies. I gave my daughter my recipe. The oldest one cooks a lot when she's home. She's the one that's got the little farm. She's a nurse. She loves to cook. But she wanted my recipe. I'm glad somebody wanted it because I worked for years to get that down to a science. I mean, people loved it, but I had to kind of figure it out. Then even I got a little red in here, but it's all right. Sometimes with cookies, it's not even just the recipe, it's how you cook them, too, so. All right, a little pink in here, but actually that looks kind of good. I want it's going to be just closer up here to the star, so I'm going to kind of extend these a little bit. I'm going to move this down. Comes right down to her head here. So I'm going to move this down. Yes, I started buying some cookie stuff. I found these cute little sprinkles with little tiny gingerbread men at Walmart. So cute. Guys, I can't, let me see if I can get this to, so I can see the comments and look over here. So turn the phone around. Let me see if I can get this to. Then I turn the sound down. Oh, crap. Sound off. And then I want this bigger. Okay. Can I see the comments? Huh? Come on. Well, I don't know. Let me put hello. Sometimes if I put mine in, there you are. Then I can see yours. No, isn't it the weirdest thing that does work? All of them popped up at the same time. Hey, Cindy. See where I put hello? As soon as I put that in, they all popped up over here. So strange. Well, it's Facebook for you. All right, so I'm going to do pink and white, right? How you doing, San? Did you get your mail? Did I send you a mail? I don't think you got stuff this month. Somebody else. Tammy and Barb and somebody else. I need this darker. Like I said, if you guys want to send out cards, anything fall related, doesn't necessarily have to be, but If you want to trade, you got to send it to my address, which is in the, if Sharon, whoever, if you go up to the, at the top and you go to, ATC, or no. Yeah, right? What does it say? I can't remember. Wait a minute, let me look. Chats. Go up to chats. Oh, God, I'm losing my mind. And it will say, general chat. And in there is some of the addresses. And if you want to trade with any of those guys, just if you feel like it that month, just say I want to trade. And somebody will trade with you. It's just, we were doing it different. And it's just easier to do it that way. So if you send me one, I'll send you one back. And then you'll be in for the prizes. And you get little artworks too. So I think that's a good thing. I love getting everybody's stuff. Oh, I love getting their stuff. I love it. Someday I might have $1 million little artwork. You never know. Someday, when I all get rich and famous, you never know. Could happen. Could happen. All right, so that one's drying. And then we're going to do up here, I'm going to follow that dot. The same thing. Kind of go down the middle like this, the top. Do like a cross. Do the same thing. I'm kind of just smushing it on. I'm not like worrying about making big lines. In fact, I want to kind of wipe the gold off while it's still wet and kind of work it out into the... See, it looks like it's kind of glowing. So if you like, you could add a little white too once in a while. Keep it moving while it's still wet. Adding a little white. A little gold. Now you can kind of, yeah, put a few more of these in here. This gold gets kind of thick. Now, I made a halo on her. This was just an afterthought. I glued that on. So I just did this. Like I said, you can do these on your ATC cards too, so, which is what this one is. Yes, I got my tree. I'm so happy with my tree. It's so pink. You can't, you know, when it's lit, you can't really tell. It looks more like it's white. You gotta get right up on it. But it has like this pink glow to it. But when I take a picture of it, you really can't tell. Really pretty. Alright, so now I'm gonna do a little black. Make sure you get a nice. Oh, I bet you are. You know, my daughter had got divorced, left her husband, and she was pregnant with the second one when she left him. She didn't know. And anyways, she stayed with me for quite a while, and they were like 16 months apart. We call them Irish twins. 15 months is Irish twins. Oh, let me tell you something. She was a nurse, and she could only really a lot of times work first or second and third shift. Oh, and it was okay. Well, I worked too until they got sick. You know, kids, you know, when they're babies, you know, Cindy, they got nose runs, they got eye infections, they got snot coming out of their mouth, they won't eat, they won't poop. I mean, typical stuff. They don't sleep, you know. Oh, it's hard, especially at our age, Cindy. You know, when you're younger, you think, how did I do it? Or when's it going to end, you know? Yeah. It's a lot of work. All right, so now I'm going to put a few more highlights on here. So that's basically it, guys. So now you can take a little piece of gold if you got some, and you could do the same thing that I did. Just make yourself a little halo here. Well, isn't that fun? Or get some fancy ribbon to put through it too. You can do that. And then I just kind of, is it too big? It's actually okay. You don't have to do this. Okay, Dana. I love burning my fingers. Oh, then I forgot. I did her hair too. Forgot her hair. So that's just, I just did a couple of swoops for the hair. Like little curls, like, just like this. Like little bangs. Oops. Got some in the halo there. Or that's the glue, that's the glue. Alright. Oops. So that's pretty much it for that. Let's go down. These are the 3D look. Alright. There's two. Now, same thing here. Am I centered? Can you guys see me? Okay. Pretty much the same thing. Gonna take some white and just kind of start this right here. You'll know where the dot is right there. And you take your gold. I'm gonna wet this. This gold's dry. This has been in this wet palette, but it dried out a lot more than I thought it would. I went and looked up the price of wet palettes. I have one I paid. I think originally I paid like $50, $35, $50. Well, and I told her I've seen these artists that do massive paintings, this one in particular. And I was like, I think they're making their own. And so she was showing how she did it. I said, you know something? So I make my own when I'm up to it and I feel like I make it. It's just sometimes it's better, not even because you're saving paint, but because maybe you can't finish that day, and maybe I do mix my colors. So sometimes, like I did this project we did yesterday, these guys, and I leave the paint right on here. Not because I want to use dry paint, but because these are the colors that I mix, and I can copy them, if that makes any sense. So it's nice to be able to have a wet palette, you know, to mix the color, if you mix a lot. So, like I said, it's 2 pieces of paper towels, 2 or 3 pieces. I got me a muffin thing, any kind of plastic container with the lid. Then I take 3 or 4 layers of paper towels, I wet them, and then I take a piece of parchment paper, and the parchment paper is what you put your paints onto. But lately I've just been doing my, I just cleaned it out. I'll put 2 or 3 of these in there. You know, I put parchment paper so I can keep a couple of pallets of paint going. Put parchment paper in between. Don't use wax, you gotta use parchment. Isn't that interesting? It's the same thing. I said, oh no, that can't be. Well, it is. And just a replacement for those things are ridiculous. They have the pieces of paper you can buy. So just, you know, buy parchment paper. You don't have to buy a roll. You can get, I've seen parchment paper, like just single sheets and stuff. So I'm just kind of spreading this out a bit more. Don't be afraid to really put this in there. A bunch of gold in there. Don't be afraid. All right. Now, same thing, we're going to put ourselves a little gold crown or halo in here. Like I said, you can use a Posca pen too. I have a gold Posca pen, I have white, and I like a colored set. I use the white one a lot though. I like the finer point and the thicker point. I use the bigger point a lot though. All right, Posca. Little tiny, like that. And then take the red and make a little mouth. So that's cute. Okay, so I think that's everything, right? Now I was gonna do, you can do cards too. I'll probably finish this later, but that's quite a bit. Let me start this one again. Paint his nose red. I already got the bead on there, so I'm gonna do them. Somebody's getting ornaments. I don't know, somebody's getting ornaments. Could be you. Could be my family. My mother had lost years ago because she was out of her mind. She had Alzheimer's, dementia. But they had like lightning hit the wire into the house. And right where it caught fire was, 40 years worth of ornaments, which is funny because only the baby, my youngest brother was 16 years younger than me, went over there and he found his ornament that he had made, and it was the only one that survived. So I sat down, everybody in the family, we started making stuff. So now a lot of it's on there is homemade. Sad, right? Well, she had to replace the whole house. Well, not everything, but it was all original wood, and the guy that owned it was a woodworker, and had old, what do they call those? Dumbwaiter. That's still there, usually as a laundry chute, but it's just, and they end up with a lot, basically a new house, and just, it was hard to take care of Mom, though she had a nurse and stuff, so, yeah. But she loved Christmas, so the tree went up. She was just like all happy. Yeah. It's like a child. And I get that. She was like a child. We took a garage sale with the nurse. She went with us. Garage sale hunt, just get us out. My sister would buy her lunch and everything. She was, I swear to God, she's an angel. She's an angel. She was an angel. She was just like, we went through a couple of nurses, and she was the one. She'd go anywhere with us. And Mom wanted these. It was a garage sale. These Barbies. She wanted too much for them, but my mother wouldn't shut up. She just, I don't want to start crying and everything like a kid. She's childish, so she let us keep them because she would forget. And then she didn't like animals too much. So my father brought home this dog. She wanted me to give it a bath and give it a haircut. So she was just a child. All of a sudden, we're finding out stuff. We're like, we didn't know that. Oh, really? She just blurted out stuff anywhere. Didn't matter where she was. You never knew what was coming out of her mouth. But the only thing good was she could walk. Because if she could walk, because I had my mother-in-law, I had two at the same time. They died 2 weeks apart. And I was exhausted. My poor sister, too. But she couldn't walk. Because if she could walk, we'd had a problem. My sister noticed she'd take her in the wheelchair thing, and she would disappear. Because she could work it, but her mind was going. She'd know where she was. And here she's in this machine whizzing by my sister. Finally, she's like, take it away from her. Isn't it funny? It's so sad, but it's funny. They don't know what they're doing. Then my mother-in-law got mean. Oh, was she mean? She got like that kind where they're mean. So I don't know what's worse, but none of it's good. All right, so now I'm going to do the eyes. Same thing. I'm going to make like these little circles here. So let's say Saturday. So I'll see you guys next week. I'm working on a bunch of stuff here. I want to do a little pop-up class or my other class and for you guys. So I had to come up with a bunch of ideas. And I did. I'm going to do a few things right after this class for next week. Remember, I think we're going to do a palette knife angel one day. And, like I told you, I got some gingerbread stuff coming up. I'll even do it just to show you what I'm doing when I get it going good here. I took the cardboard and I just sketched out a bunch of random houses and stuff, and that's why I came up with the idea for my membership. It's so cute. So, anyways, and I'm doing a cardinal. So that's my membership too. Doing a bunch of stuff. And I need to be a little bit bigger. I think these guys need to be a little bigger. So we'll have lots of projects for Christmas. This one a little bit easier because I put the other one I did really thick. All right, and then you want his mouth. Very thin mark is all you need. Very thin mark. thick round one in. Then I took the red and the white and I made some little blushy color. And I just kind of, not too thick, don't have it too thick on your finger, and try to just make a, it's a little red, but that's okay. I'll do a little white and then kind of make a little highlight here so I can kind of make that look a little more rounder. Sometimes highlights do amazing things. They do amazing things. I think it's almost nap time, guys. I'm tired. I don't know, once the sun starts going down, I start getting tired. I don't know. Is that a sign of old age? I know Puppy's been sleeping all day again. Because he was up all night. Alright. A little highlight in the nose, I think. Let's put it up here. Just a little one. Chris, and then now we need a, what else do we need? Oh, he needs bangs. He needs a little haircut here. Just kind of randomly. And he needs some ears. Do I get another piece? Yeah, I do. This one, I think I cut the other one shorter, but I think I like it a little bit longer. But just kind of smush it in the middle. And then I'll zigzag each side. And pull it out like that. Yeah, it's nice up here. I was thinking about doing some stuff today, but I got bulbs and all kinds of other stuff. Those boxes sitting out there in the front room are making me crazy. I don't know if I have AHED or whatever it is, but I was feeling like I had to get, now it's something you just want to get it done. I need to sweep out there, pulling all that stuff out. There's stuff everywhere, little sparkles and stuff, so. But it's not going to be nice tomorrow, but I just want to bring like my hose in and rearrange some things, get my shovel out, They're talking possibly snow this weekend. I'm hearing all kinds of stuff. Some nor'easters coming in from Alaska or something. I don't know. A little more weight on this. So I just want to be ready. That weather's going to change. Really, we've been lucky because, well, the last 4 or 5 years, though, it really hasn't been bad. I mean, it's been so warm. For us, because usually it's a nightmare the whole winter. We have snowpack. We'd have snowpack from like November to March. It doesn't happen anymore. It doesn't stay. Nope. All right. I'm thinking this is a done little guy. Let's show you what I got. You love the reindeer? I don't know. I was just like trying to figure out what to do with those beads. And it kind of like rolled. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Isn't it cute? They're not, none of them are the same. But that's always the way with art, isn't it? Oh, I got to put a bow on her too. I ain't got a bow here. They're down the thing here. I got these with, I think they came with, I think I bought these. I'll show you. I'm pretty sure they came in the package like that. Where are they? Well, the beads didn't. But here's the little things. You'll be getting Happy Meal with them. And then these came in there. And then there was a little package, which I'm pretty sure was in here. Came with little stickers to stick those on. They don't work. And a little package of all different colored bows. Oh, they're all in the bottom here. There's a whole bunch of bows. There was a little bag of bows. Where are they? What happens when you organize? There's a little bag of, well, it came with, there was another little bag of bows here somewhere. It came with it, so, I mean, you could look, I could look on Pinterest or Amazon, but I found another whole box full of, you should be in your Happy Meal. I got Oh, random stuff. I got some of those wood cutouts. I'm gonna get down here and get it. And snowmen, and I did like a couple Christmas ornament parties. They're just random stuff all thrown in this box. There's some bigger ones, and there's the smaller ones, a little smaller. And yeah, I got a ton of them, so you guys are good. These don't weigh that much. You get them in your mail. And then I told you I went to Hobby Lobby. I think it was Hobby Lobby. And this came like in a, like that. So I cut it. Now I'm going to do a gingerbread house, one of these, gingerbread house, one of these, and I'm going to put it on a thing. It's going to go on my old desk. I do a craft or two every year for the house, you know. Hey, darling. So, anyways, guys, you can rewatch. You can rewatch. I didn't do a reading today. I don't know. I got a pile of books out there that are in the I have a bookshelf, and they're kind of just in there. So, and then I got a few in here too. So, a couple of them I never even read yet. They're all like inspiration for, you know, art. So, all right. So, guys, if you have any questions, just let me know. Try to get your mail to me by the 30th. And here's this other one. I did this one in a lighter color. I'll post them again. See, this one I did more in the middle, and I don't like it as much as I do when it was on the bottom, because I can't make the mouth look right. All right, so, and then I had another idea. Wait a minute. You guys get these white pumpkins. I was thinking I'd like to make a snowman out of them, but what would I use for the top? I was thinking like maybe some kind of cap or something. Make a little snowman. Don't you think it's a good idea? I think it's a good idea. Use them up. I have a bunch of them. Bought that for some other project. I painted a lot of them, but then I ended up giving them away. And I don't know. I don't really like them how colored. I like them either plain white or orange. You know, I don't like all that stuff. Anyways, guys, so I will see you. Oh, you're in the 60s? Must be nice. Well, we're going to be like at high 40s or 50s the rest of the week. I was thrilled. Anything that is not really, really cold, because I don't take the cold like I used to. I never liked being cold. My iron's a little low. And every time my iron's low, I get really cold. But the kids complain the house is really hot. I'm like, no, it ain't. Well, I went outside, did a whole bunch of stuff. I came in. It was hot. I like it warm. I do, really do. I would love it there, Cindy. I would love it. All right, guys. So, like I said, have a great afternoon. I hope inspiration finds you wherever you go. And make great art. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks, guys. Thanks for visiting. Bye, guys.